everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily. I'm a mom who loves home decor, thrifting, and a good DIY project. Today I have a spring living room refresh. This has been like 2 months in the making, and I'm so excited to finally be finishing up this little living room refresh and sharing it with you guys. I'm coming at you from Mila's room because it made sense to film in here right now, so that's what we're doing. I want to walk you guys through sort of step by step what I've done in our living room. First things first, this is how you guys saw my living room last. I had a kind of move-in living room makeover. We just moved in and we honestly took all of our stuff from our living room, how we had it in our last rental, and moved it all to this rental and just kind of set it up. So there wasn't really much thought as far as making the space different than our last place. Not that that's needed, but that's just what we did. We're coming up on 9 months living in this place, and it honestly just sort of felt like it was time to add some touches to the living room that are different than our last place, if that makes sense. So this is how you saw my living room last. And since then, I made one small change, and that was that I moved our 2 chairs. This was a big thing on my last video. So many of you had so many opinions about where I should put these chairs, and maybe I can show you guys, but we have this staircase and a lot of you wanted me to put the chairs on the other side of the room, but it blocks the flow. A lot of you wanted me to put the couch in front of the windows, put the chairs where the couch is. You guys wanted me to try all the things. And we did try the things, I just didn't show you guys all the things. And so where we had it was what I thought worked best. But then Christmas came and a tree came and we moved one of the chairs. We ended up just putting both chairs on either side of the fireplace. And we love this layout. It opened up the window. It opened up, the front doors right there, which is what makes it so awkward. Having the chairs on either side of the TV, it makes it really nice when we entertain. And I also removed the slip covers. Now these are chairs that I have slip covers for, and I can have them as just leather chairs. I love them both ways. And we've had them slip covered for 9 months, and I took off the slip covers to wash one, and I just decided that I loved the leather. I was feeling the leather. So that kind of brings us to the next thing we're going to talk about, which is I have been so inspired by this coffee table book, Jenny Kane Home. She has an Instagram, she has this coffee table book, she has, Pinterest photos, and I talked about this in a vlog recently. I love this neutral clean palette with woods and whites and creams. And one thing that I did, which I've heard somebody else suggest to do, and that's to go through your Pinterest and pay attention to what you're pinning and really what you're liking. And it's funny because as I scrolled through this one board on my Pinterest, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just what I like. I like it simple. I love a simple rug with a great, some really amazing wood pieces of furniture, and then cream couches, maybe that touch of leather, just bringing in those warm whites and creams and keeping it so simple. And I think I'm just always gonna love that. It kind of felt like a throwback to my living room a couple years back, which I feel like a lot of you might have found me way back then when I got this article leather couch. I could be wrong about that, but I think some of you guys might have started following me around that time. Anyways, I'm really rambling, but it felt like a little bit of a returning to my roots of what I love. Moving on. Part 3 is this coffee table. Now, I dreamed of having a rustic, beautiful wood coffee table. Maybe rustic's not even the right word, but an old wood coffee table for just years and years and years. Some of you guys saw me right when we moved here. I thrifted this coffee table. I painted the top white, and I was hoping to maybe one day switch out the top to a marble top. Well, this coffee table, the painted white wasn't working for me, and I just didn't have the budget or the energy to go and get a piece of marble or stone cut to make this coffee table what I really wanted it to be. And then I found out that this was like an antique coffee table, although I don't think it was, I think it's a vintage coffee table, and that it would be worth a little bit of money. So I actually refinished this coffee table and stripped it and did all this stuff to get it back to kind of its original form, and sold it for a lot more than we bought it for. We only got it for 20 bucks at the thrift store. So I was super happy that I made a little bit of money selling this coffee table. So anyways, that's a little pointless story. I guess you guys didn't need to know that, but I feel like some of you might be like, Emily, you had a coffee table. So I just wanted to say all that. I found on Marketplace this old pine table. I think there's two things I've wanted: a round rustic table or an antique pine table. Either one I would have been happy with. I guess maybe it's a vintage table. All I know is that the family who had it, they were slightly older, and they said they raised their kids having this coffee table, and they played board games on it for years. And it just, you know, I love those stories. That makes me really happy to hear. I took it home. It needed some love, you guys. It needed a lot of love. And I tried doing something called pine scrubbing. So I've heard about pine scrubbing for so long, but you really need to do pine scrubbing on like raw pine, because pine's a soft wood. I feel like I've tried it on some pine, but there was too much of a finish on it and it didn't work. So I don't know. It has to be like an unfinished pine that's aged over time. Now I'm rhyming. What you do for pine scrubbing is very simple. You take a bucket of soapy water. I just used like dish soap, a scrub brush, and you literally just scrub your table vigorously. And then you get a wipe and you wipe off, and your water gets super dirty and gross. This has been scrubbed, and I dried it with my blow dryer so I could see what the color's looking like. And this is dry and how it came. Look at that difference. Just all this from just this little section. It's quite satisfying, but you can't see the change until you like take a blow dryer and dry it, because the wetness just makes it's hard to tell. So yeah, so satisfying. Look at that! And then I tried to scrub the feet, but it just wasn't working. I think they were just too, I don't know, like it just didn't work. I would have been there for days scrubbing this thing. So I did take it out into the garage. I sanded the legs, the whole base of it. We just sanded. So much easier, so much faster. That brings to the next part of this video, and that is the rug. Now, I actually love the living room rug that we have, but we have this, I don't know, brown, grayish shag carpet that is obviously not my favorite thing. I try to be really thankful because we have a great rental, great landlords, but I don't think brown shag carpet will ever be like something I enjoy. So we have this great rug, but it's also brown, and it's a lot of brown in this space. I wanted to like just lighten this space up. Loloy was so kind enough to gift me this absolutely gorgeous rug. Our living room rug has arrived. Let's get this thing open. I got the Kamala rug from Loloy, and it is the Natural Mist 7x10x10. I'll have it linked down below for you guys. I am so excited to have a really beautiful neutral rug in our space again. Okay, let's get this unrolled and in place. So the rug's in place and our coffee table's in place and everything. I don't know. I love how this rug transformed the space already. We've had friends come over and be like, whoa, it feels so much brighter in here. So mission accomplished. This rug is doing its job and my children have already spilled on it and it cleaned up amazingly. I was a little nervous because, you know, it's like, it's not white, which is good. It has those other neutral tones running through it, but this thing cleaned so easily. It's like nothing soaked into it. It just like sat on the surface and then we were able to clean it up. So that's awesome. The next thing I'm gonna do is kind of like such a funny thing that, I don't know, maybe you guys will relate to having something in your house living room that just like bugs you all the time. Well, for me, that is our couch corners. Let me explain. We have the IKEA Farlove sofa and we have linen slip covers for them. And I have a whole video about how we saved money buying our sofa and then got the custom linen slip covers. If you guys are interested, I can link that down below. But I want to talk to you about like one of the pet peeves I have with this couch that hopefully we are finding a solution for. This is my pet peeve. And it's especially bad right after I wash the linen covers. And the only way to get it out is really to like stretch and stretch and stretch. But even still, it always ends up showing just a little bit. And it's because, you know, the legs are right here. I asked my husband to build me like basically a 90-degree angle that I'm going to cover in just maybe a little bit of some sort of fabric or felt just to give it a little cushion. And then I want to just like put it here. My hope is that the corner will just be nice and solid and that this won't happen because I feel like it makes it just look, I don't know, it doesn't look as nice. Here is our little right angle. Now I have this like felt and some hot glue and we're just gonna felt around this so that it's not so sharp, I guess. So Stefan just added this piece of wood as like a support and now we're gonna stick the L. I believe we're like attaching it, have it attached down there like that because it needed somewhere to screw in. This is the plan. I hope it works. The couch corners are done thanks to my husband. We actually didn't do the back ones yet. And let me show you the before and after of like the back of the couch to the front of the couch because huge difference. So we're eventually going to do the back ones. I do think I didn't have it on hand, so I still think I want to do this. I need to buy like proper batting and add just a layer of batting to soften the corner on the bottom a little bit more and just puff it out. I feel like compared to what it was, it's really not as noticeable, but I think to really look fully finished, I should get a little batting. So I did want to say that I don't have it in time for this video to go live, but I do hope to do that. And maybe I'll just like lay it on and staple it or something. Everything's pretty much in place for this living room refresh. Let's style up some pieces and, you know, put pillows in place and do all the fun things and then get ready for this reveal. Ready to see how this living room looked before, and here it is now. Our living room right now. I'm so happy with how this rug brightened up our space. I think that's just what I needed because We get evening, like late evening light into this room, but other than that, the living room can be a little bit dark. We get a lot of light on the other areas of the house. This living room can feel a little bit dark except for the very end of the day. And so it's really nice to have this brighter rug just livening up the space. This coffee table, I love this coffee table. I'm so happy with it. It has a drawer. Did I ever say that? It has a drawer. I love a drawer. I love a drawer on a coffee table. Thanks for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed this spring living room refresh. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what type of content you guys have been enjoying seeing from me. Are you liking my little room makeovers? Do you like my thrift hauls? I'm really trying to get out weekly videos to you guys again, and I would love to kind of hear your input on what you're enjoying. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching week after week. It means so much. It makes a difference for my family, and